Good morning, kindergarten friends. So we are starting a new project that is inspired by what you guys have learned so far about the primary colors and the secondary colors. So last week we did a coffee filter project and you guys used a coffee filter and your primary colors to mix and make the secondary colors. So we're going to do another project that's similar to that, but it's inspired by a book. And that book is called Mixed, A Colorful Story. There is an audiobook or a read aloud on this Schoology page in the week 9 white folder if you'd like to listen to that. So that book is all about colors that become friends, they get married, and then when they mix, they create all these new colors. So we're going to make color families of our own. So for this project, you need your sketchbook, a big circle and a little circle. You can use bottle caps. I'm throwing things, sorry. You could use a cup that has a big top and a small bottom. You could use a paper towel roll and a marker cap. You could use a glue stick and a cup. There are lots of different things that are different sizes of circles. So find a big circle and a little circle, and then when you have those, come back. So now that you're back and you have your circles, I'm going to use my cup for this so that you guys can see. I'll use my cup top for my big circle, and I'll use a bottle cap for the small circles so you guys can see really nice and clear. So the first step is that we need to draw our parents. So we have 3 primary colors and 3 secondary colors. What is 3 plus 3? If you said 6, that's right, which means we need 6 big circles. So we're going to do these in specific places on our paper so that we can fit everything we need to fit. So I'm going to start in the corner of my page at the top. And I'm going to trace my big circle. Remember, when we trace, we press down hard with one hand and then press our pencil up against the edge of the thing we're tracing. So we don't let our pencil go all willy-nilly. We press it nice and strong up against our spot. So I'm going to draw 2 big circles right next to each other. So these are my 2 big circles to start with. Feel free to pause at any place, any point if you feel like I'm going too fast. I will go faster than I normally would if we were in class so that you can pause and just keep going with me. So I started with 2 big circles. I'll need 2 more big circles. But if I look, it'll be a really tight squeeze up here. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the bottom. So I've got 2 more big circles. So I have 2 pairs. My last one, I'm going to try to squeeze as best I can up here. My page is going to be full of circles. So I'm going to have 6 big circles. If you get stressed and you feel like, Miss Nestrick, there's no way that I can fit 6 shapes, 6 big circles on this page, that's okay. Just move on to the next page. At any point, you can just flip over and go to the next page. So I have 6 big circles. Feel free to pause if you need more time. So now that I have my big circles, I'm going to move on to my little circle. I'm going to use this Powerade cup or cap. So these 2 parents are going to have 2 little kids. My circles might overlap a little bit, and that's okay. It happens. So I'm going to draw 2 little circles that go to these parents. I'm going to come over here, kind of go to the bottom. These kiddos will go with these parents. And then I'll draw 2 more up here. I might change my mind and have my families go from left to right. So you should have 6 big circles and 6 little circles. They're in what we call pairs. So I have 2 big circles that are together and 2 little circles that are together. 2 big circles, 2 little circles. 2 big and 2 little. Make sure that each of your circles has a best friend that's just like it right beside it. So you should have families of 4. So when you finish tracing all of your circles, you're going to take a black crayon, and I want you to trace the circles that you just drew. So carefully go around. If you go off the line a little bit, that's okay. We're going to do our best to trace those circles. Oops, I just broke my crayon. So once I finish tracing my circles, I'm going to use inspiration from the book that we read for ideas of different people that I could make on my circles. So remember, these are families. So what might your family look like? Your family will need, each person in your family will need 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, some eyebrows, some arms and legs with hands and feet. Maybe they have a hat. Maybe they have glasses. These can be real people in your family, or they can be made up. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to add people. I'm going to add faces to my people with my black crayon. No need to use your pencil. I'm going to draw mine first, and then I'll leave the ideas on the screen so that you guys can see them. So once you finish drawing all of the faces on your circles, go back and check. Make sure that each circle has 2 eyes, a nose and a mouth, eyebrows, arms and legs. It's okay if the arms and legs don't fit on all of them. That is totally okay. But make sure they have eyes, nose, a mouth, and eyebrows for sure. Next class, we'll be coloring these to create our own color families. I haven't decided if we're going to use watercolor or if we're going to use markers. Maybe we'll use both. We'll see. But right now, just make sure that you have 2 adults and 2 kids for each family. If you have any questions, message me on Schoology. If this takes you longer than 30 minutes, just stop and don't do anything else. We will finish this next class. We'll finish drawing the faces next class. So don't feel like you need to do all of it. And then we will color it next class as well. So at the end of the video, I'm just going to leave up my faces for you to look at. I'm going to raise this a little higher so you can pause it and look at it if you would like to get ideas, but feel free to make your own faces on your circles. Make sure you have 2 big circles and 2 little circles for each family. So 3 families of 2 adults and 2 kids. Make sure that each one has 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and 2 eyebrows. And then if you can fit arms and legs, add those too. Remember, we are going to color these next week, so just leave this just as it is and have an adult take a picture of it and turn it into the week 9 folder on Schoology. Again, if you have any questions, message me, and I can't wait to see these. Adios!